Hello, good morning, everyone. Good morning to you all. Thank you very much for joining. I am doing this very fast, very quickly, and I believe God has a plan for your life today. I want to appreciate all of you for wonderful time. Well, I'm outside Ibadan again for this broadcast, and but I love this. I love this. If I can get this also in my office, it will be very good for me also. Okay, let's go to what we have: tricks and tips on shooting a smartphone, Android smartphone. I want to talk about accessories today, but I won't talk about accessories because I want to even give you some practicals today before. But because of what I've come here to do, I have to make sure that I do all things very well. The tips and tricks of Android smartphone, I have told you some things, and I also say it a bit again. You need to get a tripod, you need to get a tripod, you need to get a boom and another phone recorder, depending on what you are able to do. You need to have a universal smartphone mount, you need to have a softbox light, good lighting, low lighting. Most of the times, uh, our smartphones, some of them, look at it now because I have a light, white things there and all that, so you can see for yourself what it is there and what it entails to be. Please, if you have just joined in, please go ahead and share the video. Please go ahead and share the video. Please go ahead and share with other people and all that. Now, I wanted to understand this trick and things that the new era of filmmaking is here. The new era of filmmaking is here. Most times, I don't just generalize. Sometimes I do, but most times I don't just generalize because I have the consciousness of don't just do anything anyhow. I have the consciousness not just do anything because of the emotion that is going through. Brother Felix Abraham Aborode, thank you for joining. Please go ahead and share the video. Please go ahead and share the video. So the new era of filmmaking has come. The era of people editing on desktop, laptop. Let me give you good news. I have a good news for you. If you want to edit on smartphone, I have a good news for you. If you want to edit on smartphone, we are doing a special training. That one is urgent. We are doing a special training very soon on using KineMaster to edit. Using KineMaster to edit on your smartphone. Using KineMaster to edit on your smartphone. So we're going to be doing that very, very soon. Probably next month. All right. So get ready. We're going to be doing that one very, very soon. All right. So get ready on that. Now, like I said, people now use desktop to edit. People use laptop to edit. But let me quickly say something, because many people think that these things that don't have their place, they have their place, and people say, oh, they are obsolete. Well, it depends on your definition of obsolete, because there's some desktop, I tell you, you will see fantastic. There's some laptop, I tell you, it depends on where your money ends. So why? Because this thing of using Android phone to shoot a movie, to some, it's a new thing. It's a new thing to some. It's no longer a news to some people. Why is a very fresh news to many? The kind of films. What kind of films are you doing? Those are the tricks you need to look at. If I'm shooting, let's say I'm shooting a short movie. I'm shooting a short movie. What kind of short movie? Because when people say short movie, you have to take it a bit higher. You have to take it a bit deeper. What kind of test? What kind of a short movie am I doing? Am I using my Android, iPhone, whatever I'm using to do? I need to understand that. I need to really see that and say, okay, let me see the short film. Is it an action short film? Is it a romance? Is it a love film? Is it a war film? Is it a horror film? Am I shooting a commercial? Am I shooting a feature film, a feature length film? I need to understand those things and all that. Now, in phone photography or cinematography, let me use this Bible. Okay. Now, if you're shooting, let's say this is a smartphone. If you want to shoot on this portrait, I've said this thing before. There must be a reason why you do this. Sometimes you can do like this to tilt something. Maybe there is a problem in that home. Maybe there is a situation in that home that is imbalanced. You can put your phone like this and record whatever you want to record and turn it this way and balance it back when the home is good. Okay, now many times I come across somebody has a Samsung Galaxy A5, and I look at it, I say, wow. I looked at it and I said, wow, this is beautiful, this is beautiful. You know, shooting, filming professionally on on smartphone. Now I tell you that shooting film professionally on high quality like 4K videos, 4K videos with Android smartphone. You may use other smartphone if you like, but there's some smartphone that they're using. There's some Android that are shooting on 4K. Wow, that's the resolution. I'm talking about 4K resolution. You know what? You need to understand the trick. The trick is that you must master. Make sure you master the art. And that's what I call it, the mastering the art of the craft. Mastering the art of the craft. You know, there are fundamental bases you need to look at. And there are some things you need to look at. You know, from our own experience, our experiences, we've gotten a lot of things since 2014, you know, till date. You know, you have to look at it. Okay, I want to put this thing on Periscope, because Periscope was the first thing that made me to know I can do live video, you know. And even the phone, the kind of phone I use, then I know about Snapchat, I know about Instagram, I know about Facebook. But immediately Periscope started, wow, Facebook. In fact, one thing about Facebook is always a very always on the lookout for what is new. He's always on the lookout on what is new, and once you get what is new, he's ready to run with it. Okay. Now, another thing is you have to avoid. Let me quickly say this: avoid water on your smartphone. Avoid wind blowing or too much of air, because it can bring dust to the hearing place. All right. Then food dropping on it. Then avoid putting on the hot thing. Putting your phone on the hot on heat. Avoid heat. Okay, so that something will not happen to heat. Now, one of the things about tips and tricks I'm going to show, because I say I haven't done this. I haven't done this after doing this thing. I believe I'll be able to show you a bit of practical today. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be powerful. All right. Even if it's just 5 minutes, if it's just 10 minutes, I wish to give you a full practical on those things that we need to do and how it's supposed to be done. Now, another tip you need to learn, that's easy tip from various places, from various arena where we have trained people. We have gotten a lot of things. We have trained people. People are always after, oh, give us the please give us the software. Give us the software. We need the software. We need the software. And sometimes you look at it and say, you need the software. What's your phone? What's your phone specification? You say, it doesn't matter. Just give us. And some of them will get the phone. At first, Olufemi Brown will not say, I don't want to give them. I say, give them. When you give them, they will understand. And if their phone is not functioning very well, they say, it's slow, my phone is lagging. It will lag because you don't look at the specification before you collect those things. And just like the good news I have for you from the Kind Master company, I'm giving an opportunity. I'm giving an opportunity to give to all of you, and I'm going to give all of you by the grace of God, okay? So that I'll be able to train people. I'll be able to train you how to use those things, how to edit with it, and all that. The question to follow is this: that you have to allow yourself and say, question to my fellow ministers is that my filmmaker, my fellow drama ministers, my fellow Christian filmmakers, faith-based filmmakers, gospel filmmakers, what have you? Now, my question is, do you discover that this new thing we are talking about is not really new? It needs a new attitude, a new approach, a new mindset, a new understanding to it. You know, in fact, from our experience, we have shot bad, terrible shots, very terrible movie, terrible. I'm telling you, with smartphone, very terrible, very bad, ugly. But later we begin to have the good. We have the better. Right now we're still getting better. You're getting better. Look at this place now. I'm not using any professional light. If you look at it very well, you see some grains. If you look at it very well, you will see some grains. Oh, now what do I need to do? Oh, I need to put the light. Oh, let me do this. Okay. Now, when I do this now, because when you're shooting towards the window, it also brings a lot of things. Okay. Now, look at this. There is an improvement. Yes or no? Okay? There is an improvement of light. Okay? Now, when you're shooting towards the window, shooting. Let's say I'm standing like this. Let me do it. Now, this is a practical thing I'm trying to do for you now. Now I'm shooting like this. I'm standing like this. The ray of light where to wind is coming. Those are the things when you're about to shoot. Those are the tricks. When you're shooting towards and the light is coming towards the window, okay, you position yourself not opposite the light, okay. Okay, you don't face the light, all right. You don't put your camera like this and point it to the light, okay, because of the eye it could have a problem, okay. But always shooting against the light, okay. By the time you do like this, oh, people say, oh, this is beautiful. Now let's go. Now, the good question is that, do you think we can actually use this thing to advance the kingdom of God? And I always say something. One of the tips, I will keep on saying it until everybody gets it, because if you don't get the other former video, you can actually get this video. Okay. Now, landscape positioning is an ideal way to hold the smartphone, or we call it sideways. Okay, put on the sideways, and when you put it on the sideways, so that it can give you the correct aspect ratio. We have the aspect ratio 4:3 or 4:4, or we have aspect ratio 16:9. That's widescreen, which is widescreen, okay, which is the ideal. Maybe you are doing like most of what I'm doing right now is 4:3, okay, because yesterday I do 16:9. Why I do this? Because of the live broadcast on Facebook, on Snapchat or whatever, and all that, on Instagram, okay. I do that. Now, when you put it like this, now before you even go about it at all, this is one of the tricks I'll keep on saying until everybody gets it. Now, when you hold your phone in your hand like this. As soon as you hold your phone, you go to the settings. Go to the settings. Check the settings. Okay, let me check the phone setting. Put your phone on airplane mode. Airplane mode. Why do we have to put it on airplane mode? We are putting airplane on to avoid incoming calls and SMSs or text. Okay? SMS. Then do not disturb feature is on iPhone. If you're using iPhone, just click do not disturb. So nobody will be able to call you in at that time. If you're using iPhone, just put on your do not disturb. Okay? Because some people will be looking at iPhone and they're looking at some people could flight mode. Okay? So then another thing is that you check the setting, you look at it, okay, this equipment I'm using, do I have the right gear before I say, okay, I have this gear, I have that gear, I have this one in place, or I have this one too, I have this one. Okay, I don't have something to box, I can use books. You get me? I can use books like this to put it somewhere so that I can put my phone behind the DIY. Now, all those things you give it to look at it. You now check all the applications. Have I downloaded all the applications? Have I gotten all the applications? Then okay, where's the camera for the phone? Where's the microphone for the sound? Rather, where's the microphone for the sound? Okay, am I using built-in microphone? Okay, having my phone, setting it, and then putting on a landscape. Okay. Now the built-in mic of some phones may be good, while the some may not be good. So, but you go with external microphone, like what I'm doing now. I'm using an external microphone. I didn't even bring my that other jack, TRR jack, but I'm using my earpiece. Okay. Now, what do? I just put it down where it's comfortable, but you don't see it, and you say, "Wow, I love the sound. The sound is good. The sound is great." So the built-in microphone, you can put an external, because the built-in microphone is omnidirectional, omnidirectional. It can take other sound and all that. But when you use external mic attached to your phone, brings about a turning point. Now, I keep on saying something, and that's what I wanted to lay emphasis on this morning. Mastering the craft, mastering the art of the craft, mastering the art of the craft. Mastering the art of the craft, either of the two is correct. Now, the built-in microphone must be closer to the person, or to the cast, or to the subject, or to the talent, or to the person you are shooting. Okay. Now, it must not be 3 feet away from the person or the cast or the talent that is speaking, okay, so that you can have a better audio. That's one of the challenges at the very beginning we have. Sometimes we have to be telling people when we're shooting on smartphone, please shout, oh, please speak loud, oh, please project, oh, please say your mind out, oh, say this one out, let us have it, oh, let's have it, and all that. Then another thing you have to look at, the trick of this thing is the kind of location on Android phone. If you're shooting on Android phone, I tell you the location, just like I said at the iPhone too, the location, you have to look at it. Recording where there are so many noises, there are so many, you have to look to affect you. People can manage bad pictures, but people cannot manage bad audio, I tell you. But nobody even manage anything. You have to make sure you are getting the two together. You're getting the result of the two together. You have to look at it. You have to embrace the change you need to look at, and then you record where there is no noise, okay? And seek a conducive place. Look at where I am right now. Now I have to look for a conducive place, a quiet place, not industrial places. When somebody is doing a carpentry work, go. I say, hey, and this one says, by the time you get those things, you are distracted. Then another trick is that don't just point and shoot. I keep on saying it. Don't just pick your camera and after the setting, after you get your something, because there's some things you need to get in the application. Maybe you're using camera FFV. You need to get the setting, the auto exposure, the auto focus. That's when you see AE or AF. That's meaning. AEAF means auto exposure, auto focus. Okay. Now I always tell people you can start from that way and then move on to something else. But let me go on to the next one. Don't just point and shoot. Do everything on point and purposefully. Do everything on point and purposefully. Don't just point and shoot. Do everything on point and purposefully. Okay. Do everything on point and purposefully. The next point is your shot. There are some basic shots. The medium and the wide shot, the medium shot, the close shot. Okay, the close up. Now, if all these things, if you know this basic shot, you can now go to what I tag creative shot. The bird eye, the Dutch angle, all those ones you can now go begin to, because what ordinary eyes will not see when you're shooting it, it makes the film good. And let something be moving. That's why it's called motion picture. Let something be moving. If your character is not moving, okay, you are also moving, or the camera is moving, something must be moving, so that it will make it a very great thing to go on with. Okay, let's go to the light. Okay, now I have explained a bit of the light. I jumped and I saw, oh, these are the things that can do. Help yourself the light. Okay? Oh, which light is coming? This is the key light on me now. Okay, this is a floodlight here because of this and all that, and a lot of things you need to look at and all that. Now, having that, you have to look at make use of available light. In fact, I always tell people what I'm using now. I'm using the combination of the natural light and artificial light. The natural light, the sun and the moon, the stars. Those are the natural light. Okay, there's some phones they can work very, very well under a low light condition. But smartphones Android smartphones are varied. Some people can work on low light. Some people are low light sensitive. Some people are, you have to get a high light and a kind of more light. They need more light, and then the light source of interior and the lights of exterior are different. But you have to understand. Sometimes you can use the combination of the sun coming in, all right, the moon coming in, and you can also use a reflector. You can use the reflector. I showed you the reflector yesterday. You can use the lamp, all this general lamp in the house lamp, all this lamp, you can use them. You can use the lamp, you can use the LED lights, you can use the red if you have, but personally I don't really like red and all. You can HMI light, you can use any professional light. Now, another thing you have to avoid is, another trick you have to avoid is graining. You have to avoid graining videos. Like I told you when I was doing it, I said, look at the picture very well, you will see some noises. But once the light comes, the noise disappears. Okay, you will see some grainy thing and overexposed videos. You have to run away from those things. Put your cast near the windows, because or you put your camera when you have the strongest light source, the strongest, like now I'm putting myself where I want the strongest light source. So I'm having a combination of the key light, the free light. Okay, now there's no backlight because I'm using a flood, but the background is helping me. It looks white, but it's not white. So it's helping me to project. It's sending light back to me. So separating me from the background, okay, to do what I need to do. Now, another thing, you have to put them in the light source in the room or anywhere you're shooting. If you're shooting outside, you have to be careful that another thing is that's the next point I want to tell you. One of the things I've enjoyed as a director, as a movie director, is that I enjoy early shoot. I always tell people I believe in early shoot. I believe in early shoot. If you're just joining, my name is Paul-Esupofo. This is a special drama film school online. It's a subsidiary of the Sword of Excellent Drama Film University, where we train people on the biblical base, biblical doctrines in the painting the picture with the scripture, in bringing the balance to the nation of the world, making transformational thing in bringing the transformation to people. Okay, now you embrace early shoot. I embrace early shoot. I'm an early shooter. If you're going to use that word, I'm a early shooter. I'm a early shooter. Okay, I love shooting early in the morning. Okay, I love shooting early in the morning before the sun comes out. I want to finish a lot of things, or early evening night, because it's around 4 o'clock and all that. There is this trick I used to say to my people. I said, look at the time right now. It's after 9 or to 10 right now. Let me check the time. Okay, this is to 10, 9:37. Okay, now, having seen that, if you look at this weather now, take the picture, record it. When it's 4:37, record it and put side by side. It's God has done an awesome thing. So it's our mind that believe that, oh, they are in the evening already. Do you get it now? So you need to look at that early shoot. Those are part of the tricks I'm talking about. Another thing I will talk about is stabilization. Stabilization. Okay, thank God I have something here. Stabilization. Now, if you look at it very well, if I don't have anything to hold my phone, okay, and I need to keep my camera phone short, steady. The camera phone and shot must be steady. It must, or I put it on static, okay? I put it on static, it must be steady. What I need to do, let's say this is my what? This is my smartphone. Okay, hold on. Okay, now once I have, let's say I have a smartphone like this. Now, the first time we shoot, this is what Yano did. Yano got a very thick paper, or you can use a plastic thing where you can put a plastic place or plastic paper where you can actually put or do something like this, fold something like this, not necessarily this one, I'm just using another. So fold something like this and you package it, and and you roll it and you put it in a very, very nice way and fold it, and you put your camera there, that it can make it stable. It's like a DIY, all right? So that you can hold it this way, move this way, okay? You do your things this way, okay? You do it, so that it be steady. The only thing is that be matured, be professional. If this is the kind of, you must, if you are be mature, be professional in handling Andy's smartphone. You know, Andy's smartphone is small, so if somebody it can shake, it can move. So if somebody should touch you, it can be shaky. The use of stabilizer or tripod will be inevitable. All right. If you're just starting, we advise you get a tripod, no matter how small it is. Maybe even if it's only 8,000 naira tripod, go get it. Okay. Like I showed you some of the tripods yesterday. So, if handheld, keep your 4 fingers, okay, 4 fingers, FORE, 4 finger and thumb. Look at it, 4 finger and thumb, okay. You see it? All of us, how many of us have done that before? The 4 fingers and thumb on either side of the smartphone. Then pull your elbow. Look at me. Pull your elbow into your body to gain some stability. Pull your elbow into my body, okay? Into my body to gain some what? Stability. So I put it in my body so that I can gain stability, and I begin to move like this. You can hold it this way because it's handy. Now, if you want to gain some stability, you can use DIY, okay? can use DIY. If you don't have, that's why I mentioned this one. I mentioned some other things. You can use a DIY, a thick paper, cup. You can use tripod. You can use a plastic paper, or you lean on the wall. Look at it. You lean on the wall. You hold it this way, and you're leaning on the wall, or you lean on the wall like this. Now you lean on the wall to make a shoot. You want to shoot something. You lean on the wall so that you can be stable. So when you do like this, you see now, you move it back. You lean on the wall. You move it back, and people say, "Wow, this is beautiful. This is smart. What did you use? What chair did you use?" Okay? You can say, "What chair did you use?" Then you can improvise the tripod. That's when you can improvise tripod. You can put so many books together. Okay? And you put it there. Look at. Let me do it for you. Okay. Let me see. Okay. Now look at it. This is getting better. Now let's say this is my tripod. Then I put it down here. And I begin to do like this. Do you see it? Do you see it? I must put it on something that is very smooth. Very, very smooth. And I look at it again. I look at something that's very smooth. Do you see it now? So I begin to go and you say, wow, which tripod do you use? Which slider do you use? Well, is it using slider? But you must make sure that it's smooth and it's not making noise. It's not what? It's not making any noise. It's very important. That's not making any noise. So all these things are part of the things you need to look at. You need to look at and get the result from. So you need to look at it, and when you do your setting, I said manual setting is better than auto. But if you are doing something, you must lock your focus. You must lock your exposure. If you're using application, the lock of exposure and focus is very important, especially if you're using camera FV5, Filmic Pro for iPhone. So when I told you AE, I've told you auto exposure is not too good, and autofocus not too good because it can be making it light and darker. If you look at it now, when I'm doing like this, it's light, it's darker, because it's on auto. Now the place is dark now, okay? A place is dark, and you also look at it, oh, it's light now. Do you see now? So because it's on autofocus, it will be adjusting itself automatically. And so you do the above and start, before you now start anything, you do the above before you press, all this thing I've been saying, before you press the recording button. So you make sure you all the stabilization, all these things. Okay, you want to do this. The setting is the cast and set. They're well rehearsed, and they're having a very fantastic thing they want to do. Then what do you have it? Then you get it for yourself. Then the next thing is insertion. When you're doing a film, especially when you're doing an interview, you see me doing like this. Maybe I'm gesticulating. Maybe I'm doing like this. You can record those things alone. You can just record those things alone. When I'm putting my hand like this. Okay, let me remove myself. Okay, this is a shot. This is the shot. Now when it's saying like this, you mean one person. You begin to shoot something like this. Okay, one person. Then you use it insertion. Insertion is different from cutaway. Cutaway, in fact, what I just mentioned is cutaway. Cutaway are things that is not seen initially. When I'm talking, you're just seeing my face. So cutaway means things are not like a B-rolls, all right? But insertion are things that you can see, but I want to lay emphasis on it. Like I'm doing like this, you can see it since I've been doing like this. So I want to put insertion. I want to insert this and join it together as unity. I can take the hand alone, not necessarily cutaway, all right? For emphasis sake, or for little details, okay? Especially for interview or narrator talking, maybe narrator is talking and is doing some things. Then another thing is that you must be familiar with internet facilities. You must understand it, and you have to create enough space on your phone. You have to create enough space on your phone. You need to create enough space on your phone. This is a special assignment. I won't deceive you. It's boiled back to a lot of things that all of us must embrace. All of us must embrace. Almost all of us must face the challenge. All of us must be ready to do something meaningful on it. Okay, do you have any question before I go this morning? So those are part of the tricks and all that. If you don't have jack, you can use your earpiece to monitor. You can use another phone to record audio if you are so much afraid that the the built-in audio is not doing what you need to do. Another thing is that if you're shooting on smartphone, you need to create a digital storyboarding. Or if you cannot do that, it doesn't matter. As a director, if you're the one directing, make sure you have your storyboard. You plan your shot, just like all of us know you have to plan your shot. Planning shots is very important so that you don't just go there and waste your time and waste other people's time. Then you have a kind of sound, line of direction. You have to look at it very well. Then perspective is all about these things. People have to change the perspective from the traditional to digital, because I tell people, you don't, what you don't know, you don't condemn. Okay, what you don't understand, you don't condemn. What you don't understand, you don't condemn. If there's, oh, this rubbish is not correct, you have to look at it yourself and see for yourself and all that. Yogi Berra, Yogi, Y-O-G-I, Berra, B-E-R-R-A, says, you have got to be careful if you don't know where you are going, because you might not get there. You've got to be careful if you don't know where you are going, because you might not get there. So you have to look at it, because the tripod of what I call tripod of directing is the story, is the shot, and the cast. Then look at it very well. Another thing is that you do more research. If you are doing this smartphone, it's just like that field. You must be ardent researcher. All through the production, you must think like a professional. You must be like the professional. You must keep being a professional, because those are the things. And then in the smartphone, your camera angle must be superb, because sometimes it's handy, so it's easier. The frame size must be very strong. Okay, and you have to understand the rule of third. I've seen a lot of people not understanding the rule of third. A lot of people not understanding the rule of third. Wow, I think I need to stop at this point. Thank you very much. I really appreciate you. Like I said, if you are doing a filmmaking on smartphone, there is no need of prior filmmaking experience. No prior film experience. All you need to be you need to be motivated. You need to be inspired. You need to see the possibility of this thing, because the craft of the heart, or heart of the craft, is to get high quality videos and telling a good story. The power of telling story will make you to become the best you need to be. Okay, thank you very much this morning. I really appreciate you. I trust God. If I can do some practicals before I go, I will do. But I really want to appreciate you for joining this morning. Monday through Friday is 9:30 a.m. Nigeria time. Saturday and Sunday is 9:30 p.m. respectively. By the grace of God, we're going to be having, like I said, from today to tomorrow, we're going to be having feedback, evaluations, and some practicals from today and tomorrow, by the grace of God. And by next week, we want to see another aspect of the smartphone filmmaking before we move on to the next thing. Okay? And Saturday, by the grace of God, I will be on some programs. Just be on the lookout. God bless you real good. I remain Paul-Esupofo Oriade. Whatever God has placed in your hand to do, please don't give up on your dream. Just make sure you do it and do it right. And make sure that everything is all right. Thank you very much. I love all of you. I celebrate you. Keep shooting. Keep directing. Keep writing. Whatever you know how to do, do it to the best thing for the kingdom. God bless you and have a wonderful day. Bye.